And no end to the hijab controversy. All India Muslim Personal Law Board has now moved the top court against Karnataka High Court's hijab verdict. We're also getting to know that a Kerala-based Islamic clerics body has also moved the top court against the controversial verdict by the Karnataka High Court. 2 fresh petitions filed today. So the face-off over the controversial hijab verdict that was delivered by the Karnataka High Court continues. We've seen that last week, in fact, even protests were organized by shopkeepers, shop owners against the order that was delivered by the Karnataka High Court, and there have been protests taking place in the state appealing the court to take back the order. I'm being joined by Harish live on the broadcast. Harish, back-to-back petitions being filed in the top court against the Karnataka High Court's controversial order. If you could just let us know the contents of these pleas.
Yes, among them the most important plea being filed by the All India Muslim Personnel Board, which has in fact gone on to say that the Karnataka government had issued the government order imposing the uniform, succumbing to groups who had heckled Muslim girl students, and said it goes on to say that the government order was partisan in color and to appease the hecklers. This is exactly what the petition says. The entire arguments and submission by all the parties before the High Court revolved around the legality of the government order and the state of the Karnataka, which came into public this domain, subsequently heckling by religious groups of Muslim girls practicing hijab while attending schools, colleges. Certain sporadic groups started heckling Muslim girls students practicing hijab in December 2021, and when the heckling escalated onto a larger scale, government of Karnataka issued the impunged government order making an issue of direct discrimination of selectively chosen class of girls by directly referring to headscarf. So, and not being violent, and it's also going to say that government order is on the face of it blatantly partisan and communal in color, appeasing to the hecklers' demands. Another ground is that the All India Muslim Personnel Board, like the petitioners, maintain that hijab is a symbol of faith, belief, privacy, modesty, and constitutional right of freedom of religion. It also says that hijab is an essential practice of Islam, intrinsic and integral to the religion, therefore not allowing students into colleges and schools wearing hijab is a violation of right to religion. It also says that high courts have earlier held that right of women to have a choice of dress based on religious injunctions is a fundamental right guaranteed under the Article 14 and 25 of the Constitution. And not allowing hijab wearing students inside the classes also meant they are being denied fundamental right to education. And apart from this, organization representing some Islamic scholars have also moved the Supreme Court. Kerala-based Islamic clerics body has also moved the Supreme Court. They have gone on to say that Holy Quran speaks of mandatory requirement for women to cover their head and neck in the presence of male outside their immediate family. So this petition is by Samasta Kerala Jam'iyatul Ulama. It has said that the High Court's judgment, which upheld the ban on hijab in classrooms after holding that wearing of headscarves by Muslim women was not an essential religious practice of Islam. The organization contends that the High Court judgment is based on erroneous interpretation, and also it quotes several verses and chapters in Holy Quran and says it is respectfully submitted that covering head and neck of women in the presence of male outside her immediate family is the express dictum of Quranic verses and includes teaching of Muhammad, Messenger of God and Supreme Leader of Muslim community.
Correct. Yes,
so these are the main contentions of the 2 petitions which have been filed in the Supreme Court today.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Harish, for all those valuable inputs.